Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Melanie, this is Bhavana Yoga, and today I have another yoga for beginners where we will be doing a little warm-up of gentle flowy breath and movement. We'll learn a few poses and try and learn them from a beginner's standpoint of finding some stability and alignment. And then we'll go ahead and take a few more flowy stretches and take a Sukhasana and finish there. So if that appeals to you, have a seat on your mat and start to grow a tall spine. Trying not to make anything too complicated and just arriving here for your practice. Letting go of things that exist beyond your mat. So starting to breathe space between the thoughts and letting go. So just letting go of anything that does not serve you in this moment. And then opening up the breath and noticing. So noticing maybe places, maybe you need to help your belly to soften so that the breath can go down deeply into the belly, expand the belly, then the chest. And then up to the crown of the head, exhale. Take a few more grounding breaths here with me. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Inhale, exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. We're going to breathe together here, so I'd like you to extend your ring finger and thumb on your non-dominant hand. For me, that is my left. And we'll bring our thumb to the left nostril, inhaling through the right. This is alternate nostril breathing. It benefits the brain, balancing the two sides and gets them communicating with each other, working together. Let's go ahead and inhale. Left thumb over left nostril. Inhale deeply. Switch, a ring finger over right nostril. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left nostril. Switch, exhale through right. Inhale through right. Cover the right, exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. So exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling deeply through the right. And switch. Inhale. And switch. Inhale. And switch. Inhale. And switch. Inhale. And switch. Inhale deeply. Exhale through right. Release the hand, palms face up on the knees. Inhale deeply. Exhale, letting go. A couple more of those. Inhale. Release. Inhale. And letting go. So maybe you start to feel a little calmer in the mind. We're going to squeeze the shoulders up to the ears and then circle them back and down. So just a nice gentle stretch, synchronizing it to the breath. So inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release them back and down. Maybe bring the shoulder blades together on the back and the elbows are slightly bent behind you, so you can reach your chest forward. From here, we're going to go ahead and circle the spine. So reaching the chest forward, massaging the hips into the floor, circling. So inhale as you press the chest forward, exhale to circle around the back. Inhale, exhale. So we're doing like a concave and then round the spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and now go the other way. Noticing your breath as you move, and trying not to put too much pressure on yourself to get anything just right, because there isn't a just right. It's just right for you today. Inhale back to your tall spine, tall seat. From here, we're going to take a few just little side bends. So take right fingertips to the floor, extend the left arm out, and then up and over. Couple breaths here. And then we're going to circle, reaching through the front. Follow the right arm, or follow the left arm with the right. Open it up and bend to the side. Just like the other side. And maybe open up a little towards the sky, and then circle down through center. Left arm follows the right and opens up. Inhale and keep flowing. Inhale. So if you find this to be difficult for your first time, you can do it slower, you can do it simpler, you can do it smaller. Inhale, open, and then return to your seat, tall spine. We are going to crawl around onto our hands and knees. However, find a child's pose. So pressing your hips back to your heels. If you need a blanket under your feet or under your hips, get that. And then just go ahead and make a pillow with your hands. Soften the forehead to the floor. Breathe here. Let your back body expand with the breath. So allowing, not restraining the expansion of the back body with the breath. So maybe using your mind, send the breath to those spaces. Starting to get some openness in the hips, in the back, in the shoulders. Nice and gently. And with the breath. So it is the breath that tells your body that it's okay to start to let go of tension. So we want to focus on the breath most of all. On an inhale, press up to tabletop. So finding your way to this shoulders over wrists, knees under the hips shape, and then we'll curl the tailbone up, reach the chest forward, cow pose, exhale, round the spine, cat pose. So just a few gentle stretches here. Sway back cow to angry cat. Round the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to your tabletop. And from here, we're just going to step the right foot forward. So whatever makes that simple and easy for you, go ahead and do that. And then from here, just notice if you have issues with the knee, put some support under it. But try and be above the kneecap, so maybe slide the knee back a little. We want to be active in the low core. So scissoring the thighs together, activating the thighs, as if you were squeezing them towards each other to make you, to allow you to be supported here. And there is a little bit of softening down for the stretch in this hip flexor, but find where that exists for you today. So you might not have to come down very far at all. And you might be a lot more like this. And you might like to just keep the arms or the hands rather, at the hips, rather than lifting them if this feels like an awful lot for you. If you feel to come further, go ahead and lift the arms. Lift the gaze or stare straight ahead. Find something that's not moving to help you with balance. And then see if you can start to imagine lengthening the crown of the head further and further up as you cinch everything in your foundation in, making it more fortified, stronger. Just make sure your knee is not coming forward of your ankle. Inhale, lift the arms a little more, maybe feel the stretch of it, and then plant the hands, and then slide that right knee back. We'll take a child's pose in between just to feel the difference. Drop the forehead to your little hand pillow again, sway the hips. Connecting to your breath here, so watching the breath come in and watching the breath go out. On an inhale, press back up to your tabletop. Take a moment to align and arrange it so you feel strong, and then step that left foot forward. Foot, ankle right under the knee. And then active. You might like the cushion under the knee. You might like to just walk the foot further back so you're on the top of the knee. Wherever you are, scissor the thighs together. Pull that left foot towards you. So we're very active in our core. And then, once again, only lifting the arms as you feel balanced. So that might be the third or fourth time that you do this class. So don't be afraid to be where you are if that's too much for you. Just breathe here, lifting the crown of the head, the fingertips, lengthen the spine. Imagine growing space between every vertebrae. Inhale, exhale, plant the hands, slide the left foot back with the right, and press the hips to the heels, child's pose. Our next pose, we're going to take a similar shape and then add on. So go ahead and step that right foot forward. If you do have blocks, don't be afraid to use them. I was a minimalist until I found yoga. It's a little backwards, ain't it? So finding your way here to your lunge that we were just in, but then we'll take the hands to frame the foot, maybe on your blocks, crawl the foot forward and towards center, and then pull the toes towards you as you straighten into the leg any amount. So you don't have to straighten it completely, but you do want to be flexing the toes towards you. And you do want a long spine. It's like you're sending the sitting bones behind you to lengthen the low back, reach the chest forward. So you can stare down at your toes or you can stare in front of you, but just make sure you're keeping the spine long and this left hip just inches forward. Getting a really deep stretch in this calf and hip flexor. So if this is too much for you, keep the bend in the knee. It can look a lot different than how I've got it. However yours is, make sure you're supported. Long deep breaths, focus on the breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step into the right foot. Plant the hands and then slide it back to meet the left. Drop the forehead, rest it on your hand pillow. Long deep breaths here. Connect to the breath in child's pose. On an inhale, press up to your tabletop, align it, and then step the left foot forward. Bring hands to hips, Coming to this low lunge shape, but then crawl the left toes forward. I'll show you without the blocks, in case you don't have them. Crawl the left toes forward, turn the toes towards you, coming onto the left heel. And then pivot that left hip back, right hip forward. And then we just hold here. So sending the sitting bones back, flat back. So no rounding in the low back. Breathe. You can have a little bend in the knee, that's okay too. Inhale. Exhale to plant the foot and the hands. Then just slide the foot back, the knee back. Even with the right. Press the hips to the heels, drop the forehead, breathe here. On an inhale, press up to your tabletop. From here, we're going to find our way to stand. I'd rather talk you into this shape another way. So one way to come to stand, well, let's just do it. So from here, we're going to crawl back. Let's see. We're going to find our way to a forward fold. So find your way into your downward facing dog first. Tippy toe the feet, sway the hips. And then we're going to take a walk to the top of the mat. So just tippy toe walk to the top of the mat. Put a big bend in the knees. And then the upper body to drape over the thighs. Let the head hang heavy. And grab opposite elbows. You can widen the feet to help you with balance. So we do a lot of different types of forward folds. So I'm going to keep this one nice and simple. I'm not going to make it too active, just decompressing the spine and relaxing here. Gazing past your knees so that the crown of the head reaches toward the earth. From here, we're going to bend the knees more and round the spine to come up. Open the palms forward. Bring the shoulder blades together on the back. Find your Tadasana mountain pose. So actively pressing the feet into the mat. Lifting the quads, engaging the glutes. Long deep breaths. And then we're going to step the left foot back, bending the right knee. So the left toes point toward the front left corner of your mat. Maybe heel toe that right foot out to the right, help you with balance. And then again, you can have the hands on the hips to begin, but eventually send that left hip slightly forward and take the arms up when you feel ready to do so. Again, that might not be today at all. Breathe, bending into that right knee. You might feel strain in the ankle. If you need to adjust your back foot to accommodate that, you can do so. So always make accommodations for yourself. It might look like widening the feet. It might look like not coming down as far. And it might be just having the hands on the hips as you open the chest. Perfectly fine. But breathe nice and deeply down into the belly. Tune into that sensation of heat, the fieriness of this pose. And then we're going to step into the right foot to step back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms face forward. Feet hips width distance apart. Breathe here, grounding into the earth. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot back. Toes point towards that front right corner of your mat. And then maybe heel toe the left foot out to the left. We're building Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So maybe keep the hands at the hips. Maybe take the arms up, bending into that left knee a little more. Imagine lengthening through every vertebrae. And finding some symmetry throughout the body. So just kind of playing with the tension on either side of the body, figuring out where your neutral is. So neutral hips, neutral spine, breathing. Inhale, exhale, step to the top of the mat once again. From here, we're going to step the left foot back. We have one more pose. Turn these right toes out. So similar in the feet that we just had. So I'm simply straightening into this leg and heel toeing that left foot out to the left, widening a little bit. Triangle pose. So my legs are already a triangle. Look at that. Press into the outside edge of that left hip. So like you're gonna stick your hip out. Reach the right arm forward. Breathe here, lengthen. And then maybe you bring your hand to the shin. Keep this left shoulder open. Maybe you need a little bend in the knee. That's okay too. Maybe you take the left arm up and straighten the right leg. Triangle pose. Trikonasana. But for beginners, it can be much smaller, even just like so. So find your place in this pose today. We'll prepare to go to the other side in a moment. So for now, be here and breathe. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee, press to stand. Return to the top of the mat. Take one breath in. Exhale, find your way back to this Tadasana, mountain pose. Quads and glutes engaged, feet really pressing into the earth. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot back. And a little further than we had it for Warrior 1. And then you want your feet aligned, but you can make them wider to help with balance. And then we send the left arm forward as we kick the right hip out. Lengthen here. And then find your support. So maybe bring the hand down to the shin or a block. Right hand to the low back. Open the chest toward the sky. Maybe you have a little bend in the knee. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bring the hand to the foot or the floor and take the right arm up. And then breathe. If you need help from blocks, for balance, from the wall, from a chair, find what you need. Take care of yourself always. Inhale, exhale, bend into the left knee. See if you can press to stand. Come to the top of the mat. From here, we're going to just simply come to sit. So however you can do that. It gets easier the more you do yoga. That is a fact. So from here, let's go ahead and take the feet wide. So for you, wide might be like this. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to open mine because I have cushion on my mat. And then ground through your sitting bones. Get really tall. So your legs are gently active, pressing into the floor. Your belly pulls in to help you keep from rounding in the low back. From here, we're really tall, right? Hinge at the hips with a flat back. Come forward any amount. Long, deep breaths. And then you can start to soften the engagement of the legs and see if you can come down a little more. But don't worry if you're not, coming all the way down to the floor. We're all different days, different activities that we do. So, in earnest, come to your yoga practice with as few expectations as you possibly can. I know that's difficult. We do tend to come to yoga for a certain feeling. But the more you can let the yoga show you what it needs to show you, the better. Couple more breaths here. You can start to let go of the need to use effort. We won't be doing any more standing poses. We're just going to soften down to Sukhasana. So you can start to relax. Keep noticing the breath. Let's walk ourselves up. Keep noticing the breath. Come in and go out. That will help you keep the thoughts away. We're going to crawl down onto our backs and draw the knees into the chest. Support yourself on the way there. Take the knees in. You can rock side to side or up and down the spine. Anything that feels good. I'm actually going to take my hands on the knees. You can try this and circle the knees outward and then back together. Help release tension in the hips. Go the other way. We're going to take one reclining stretch. Cross right ankle over left knee. This might be enough for you. Stay here or reach the hand through the legs and grab your shin or thigh and draw it in. But you want this right foot past the left thigh. Long deep breaths. Letting go. So let the body feel heavy here, earthy. And then release the left foot back down, uncross the right leg and switch. So crossing the left ankle over, just past the thigh, open the knee out. Maybe stay here, maybe reach the left hand through the legs, grab what you can and draw it in. Breathe. And then release the hold on the right leg. Release it down to the floor, uncross the leg. And then from here, we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Maybe lift the nose and chin up to the knees if you can. And we'll take a simple twist here. So send your right arm out to the right and let the knees drop to the left. Maybe take your gaze to the right or straight up. Long deep breaths here. Soften your face, your forehead, your jaw. And then maybe use your left hand to help the knees back into center and drop them over to the right. Extend the left arm out to the left, gaze to the left or straight up. Relax your face. And then help the knees back to center. Give them another squeeze. And then settle out, spread out, and settle down for Shavasana. So maybe take the arms wide, the feet wide. Or you can take your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. And allow yourself to simply drop into the earth. So imagine sinking into the earth. Very heavy, like big stones. Nothing left to be done. Nothing left to think about. Allow yourself to simply be. From here, let's go ahead and just step the feet up and roll over onto one side, drawing the knees in so that it's easy and simple to press yourself to your seat. And then take a moment in your seat and just notice any changes in the body, in the mind, in the breath, in the way you feel. And if you enjoyed this practice, click the subscribe, hit the like button, send me a comment with your requests or questions, and hope to see you again soon. Namaste.